Oh, hello. Hello, I seem to have fixed the problem. Haha. I think, at least. Apologies about that. I think... Well, it's hard for me to tell on my own end. But, yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on. Seems to not be liking me tonight, whatever it is. Let's see if I bring up the game. There you go. Okay, it seems to be fluctuating around a little bit. But I'm just gonna have to rely on you guys to tell me when it's eating crap and when it's running fine. Unfortunately. But yeah, I think we're running okay now. Okay, let me unpin that for now. I think we are good on the connection. So yeah, hello everyone. Awesome. So welcome, yep. Glad to see you here, yeah. Seemed like Discord decided it was gonna eat everything of my resources. So my network just completely exploded on itself. I think I was at like 80% dropped frames on OBS. Which, yeah, is not good. Not good. But I think, at least from what the readings I'm getting and from what you're saying, it's all good now. So, yeah, we're good. Alright, we got 11 people registered so far for this race, which is pretty cool. I need to find a setup for this car. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of the problem with Discord, is it is kind of... oh, excuse me. Yeah, it really does kind of have a bit of a monopoly over the kind of gaming social media space. I think I made some nice changes last week. I could be completely wrong. These could be a load of rubbish, but we'll see. Yeah, this drives. There we go. I'm practicing for this, but I've had a pretty hard time getting used to the car. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird car, this little Caterham. What tips can I give? I don't know, really. You kind of just have to be careful with it in general. It's very sensitive to, like, everything. I guess if you're struggling with locking up, you can try lowering the brake pressure percentage a little bit. But other than that, I think this car mostly just rewards you being pretty smooth. If nothing else. Doesn't have a lot of grip. Yeah, I think I'm running on, like, I can't check here, but I know I'm definitely not running 100% brake pressure. I sort of change it to wherever I feel... I was hoping I'd get more turn in there. I didn't. Smooth like a dolphin. I wish I was smooth like a dolphin. I am the complete opposite. I can be somewhat smooth when I want to be, but I think my natural style is just too aggressive. I'm at my best when you can just absolutely pummel the car around the track. And this is not one of those cars. course, this track has a lot of long, meandering corners as well. So you got to be careful on the power pickup. You pick up the power too early on these long corners, you'll just understeer straight off. So you kind of want to be lightly on the throttle so that you're not really decelerating, but you, so like I'm sort of like just half throttle through here. Oh, still understeering too much. Maybe I should have been less. And then full throttle on the exit. Transition from controller to wheels mess with pretty much every racing game. I don't think I steer enough sometimes. Yeah, no, it will take you a while to adapt across fully from controller to wheel. Pretty much everyone goes through that phase when they first get a wheel. But, actually, you really don't need to... As long as your wheel is set up properly, you shouldn't need to turn too much. Like, you'll rarely see me turn this car more than, like, 90 degrees as I go around here. Because I just don't need to. 90 degrees is more than enough for most corners. Of course, if like a really tight hairpin comes up, then yeah, whack on a bit more steering. But most of these turns don't need a lot. Just yeah, it's better. What the pressure's looking like? Mostly okay. This first turn is very sharp. Yeah, we raced here last week in the Corvette. Very different track in this car. Safe to say. There we go, that's more like it. So I want to do that. Yeah, that's better. Oh, but I fucked this corner up. There we go. It's not too bad. I'm getting there. I definitely could have done that corner a lot faster. Slowed down too much. But also felt very strange to drivers. I'm debating if I'll actually be giving that race a try, to be honest. Fair enough, yeah. It's not for everyone. I know the default tire pressures can be a little funny. I think they are a little funny on the Corvette. And, like, depending on track to track, some tracks I've really liked the balance of the default setup. Other tracks I've hated it. I think the first round at Road Atlanta, one of my favorite tracks, I just wasn't really feeling at home with the Corvette there. But we come here last week, and I felt like I was driving quite slow, but I was actually running pretty decent pace, at least comparatively to most of the rest of the field. Mateo ran away and dominated that race, but, you know, I ran strong enough pace to pick my way up to second place and stay there. Benefited from a couple of guys making big mistakes, but, you know, it's all part of it. Yeah. Yeah, this is also the last week of this current season. Ooh, 129, okay. So, at the end of each of the respective races tonight, I will be announcing, what I've got coming up next season. I've still yet to put it down formally with the boss man as to what I want, but I'm pretty certain on the cars I want for both my series, so I can at least announce those, and then I'll give some tracks a proper thought out at a later date. I have a few ideas, but I just need to sort of test them, do a little bit of testing. Not much. I only usually do like 1 or 2 laps of testing. But it's usually enough, somewhat. I'm getting better every lap here. That's good. Finding more pace, more confidence. Oh, a little bit too much. Ah, crap. Oh well. Oh, it's race time. Alright. Whee. Let me check. Is that enough for the race? Yeah, it's enough for a race. Cool. Let me get my bot in the race server. And then we should be good to go. I don't know how many we got in total, but we had 11 signed up earlier, so we should be around about that number. Is it really going to do this to me again? It's going to do this to me again. Okay. Why does everything want to play with me tonight? Dear. Alright. Get around this. You can just join the server another way. Oh. Huh. But that's not good. If I nibble these. I don't know if these have any effect on anything, but He's not seem to be going particularly well. Oh dear. Alright, hopefully. There we go. Cool. Struggling to... Well, when I was trying to root out the cause of the network problems earlier, I accidentally disabled one of my network... Well, I didn't accidentally. I intentionally disabled one of my network adapters because I thought it was causing me problems. But as I've just found out, that was what was causing AC to be able to connect. So without that, I couldn't connect AC. Whoops. However, we're in. So it's all good. So I guess as a further disclaimer, if it isn't fully clear, I am still a bit sick, but meh. I can race. Alrighty. Remember that the grip's a bit lower at the moment. It's not feeling too bad. Okay, Harry's gonna let me go. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no, I was having the same issue with the brakes. So, yeah, usually when you have trouble, if you're locking up too much, you either want to dial the brake bias back a little bit, but obviously that can risk making the car more unstable under braking, because obviously the rear end's taking more of the braking load, or you can lower the brake pressure, which obviously just makes the brakes weaker. But if you're struggling with locking up, then sometimes not a terrible idea. Feels like Yari massively missed his braking zone. Yeah. You don't need to use the brakes that heavily on this car anyways for most corners, at least around here. So it's not too bad. Oh, I didn't put the... There you go. Forgot to put that up. That would have been helpful. Alright, qualifying. A traffic jam getting out the pits. Evening, Berto. Yeah, it's going good. Apart from being a little bit sick, but it's whatever. Yourself? Let me look for a decent gap. You know, I'm gonna let Robert go. There's a good gap behind him. I'm just kind of gonna slot myself into there. Okay, it was not too far behind actually, so I think I'll just let him go as well. And there's a big gap back to Yari. Just want a clean track. Those two are faster than me anyway, so as long as they're ahead, they shouldn't be an impediment unless they mess up. Fingers crossed. They don't mess up, but you never know. As Matteo gets very wide, I'm going to take a bit of a wide line and power on a bit sooner. Okay, you're even in coffee enjoying the stream. Nice, nice. Alright, 4 minutes. Oh, Matteo has royally botched the first turn. Drifting. Not quite sure that was his plan, but we should have just stayed in fourth. And I could floor it back up. But oh well. Turning a bit too early. Yeah, definitely could have used a bit more power through there as well. Oh, this corner. It's always tighter than you think it is. It's Fujiwara's own thinking kid. Not wrong there. Like that, but we're good. It was just tasting the dirt was fine. I think I'm good. I don't think I need the dirt. But good to see you're enjoying it. P5 at the moment, that's okay. Probably do a bit better. Oh, had a bit too much power running into the corner. There we go. It's a bit better through there. Bit better through there as well. $127. Jesus. I'm not quite sure I'm going to be matching that time. Maybe I could scrape into like the 28s or so. Oh, 29.3. Oh, right on the limit. See if we can square off this corner a bit better. Didn't quite get it right on the last lap. Hard to say. Interesting that my Steam thing seems to have moved to the top left hand of my screen. I didn't touch anything for that, and it's now just up there. Oh well, I don't think that comes through on the stream anyway, so should be fine. If it does, then that's my Steam friend's problem, not mine. Qualifying's up, so this will be my last shot. A little bit wide on the exit there, but we're still good. 28. Yes, 28.7. But I've dropped down to 7th. Oh. It's not great. Alright. Add PSI to the back tire. Maybe one to the front as well. And see, fuel-wise, yeah, we're good. Maybe knock off a liter, actually. Yeah, that should be fine. Cool. 27. Okay, all these guys ahead are very tight. And then you've got the... Mateus out there 7 tenths faster than anyone else. Maybe about to go even faster than that. But Yari, Matteo, there you go, bumped up to 8 tenths. I said 1 minute 27, but I had to slip up just... Let's see. It seems like it's a pretty close field, though. So, this should be very interesting. Whew. Love it when a car has a horn. Alrighty. 2 12-minute races. See what we can do. Hello there, Slayer. Just want to say hi once again. I'm still playing the 24-hour Nürburgring with GD4, and it's getting kind of boring after 22 hours. Oh, excuse me. I'm surprised that it took you 22 hours to realize that, to be honest. Would have thought maybe after about 2, it would have started to settle. Well, but yeah, I guess if you got like a bunch of friends together to like chat with and stuff as you're going through, it probably wouldn't be too bad. You could just mindlessly drive around and around and around and around. Because, I mean, it's Gran Turismo. The AI are like slow as anything, so... Alright, we're pretty tight up here. Oh, Alexi getting wobbly. Well, not really wobbly, but he locked up a bit. Alright, taking it easy. Don't need to gain positions just yet. Just gotta scope out. Oh. Of course, now the race starts. Now the time my throat wants me to cough more. Lovely. But oh well, we'll be fine. Whew. See if I can do anything here. Not really. Maybe I could try and move on Alexi into turn 1. Oh, we're gonna go for it, why not? Nothing really to lose. Just absolutely hug the inside. He's gonna try and hang it around the outside. I'm gonna try and use the superior power. Surprised that Academy had a racetrack back in the day. Wish had more racetracks here in Brazil, especially road courses. Brazil does have quite a few, actually. At least from what Automobilista tells me. I mean, I'd have to go and check those track lists again, but it did seem like they had quite a few. Because, if you didn't know, Automobilista is made by Brazilian developers, and it takes a pretty big focus on Southern American motorsports. Mostly Brazil, but it has spotlights on, like, Argentina, I think maybe Mexico as well, and the likes. Obviously it has, like, international content as well, like your usual suspects. But one of the definitely more unique things is that it has a lot of cars and tracks that you just don't see in other sims. Which is definitely one of the big selling points about Automobilista 1 and 2. Is Alexi going to try counter-attack here? No, but Mateo's going to sail off into the grass. That's an extra place gained. But yeah, it's, I think this track here closed in, like, 2005 or so? I don't remember. Sometime in the 2000s. This is the 1988 version we're driving on. I know Automobilista has the 2005 as like the newest version of the track. But yeah, I saw this was available for AC and I was like, damn, I gotta throw this in. I think this is a pretty fun track. I think currently projected P6 is probably my likely placement. Not gonna be able to hold off Mateo for the whole race unless he keeps doing what he was doing and putting his car on the grass, which seems like he might be. I mean, yeah, if he keeps doing that, then I might be able to beat him. If one of the other drivers ahead does the same, then I might be able to beat them, but yeah, I don't think I could do it on pace alone at the moment. I just don't have that pace to really be able to fully contend with those guys up ahead. Oh, I've gone way wide here. Oh, that's not good. He's going to wisely back up there, but I'm going to be on a very compromised line through here. It's going to allow him to absolutely fling, but he's going to have nowhere to go. He's going to try and line up my inside. have no doubt he's going to try something down here. He's going to get the slipstream and... nothing. Okay. Bit of a notch there. Going to force him round the outside. He seems to have a problem with locking up out of that corner. Or through this last corner. Oh, Phil's way off. Oh, so is Matteo. Oh. He keeps it steady and gets back on the track, but he's lost out ground. I braked a bit too early, I think. However, Matteo's got to get back past Alexi. I think I'm just a little bit faster than Alexi here on race pace, so plus I don't have the added pressure of a car immediately on my behind at the moment, so that's definitely going to be a big help. Don't really seem to have the traction through this corner at the moment, though. Going side by side behind. We used to try Ridge Racer 7R PTSD and it was pretty fun. Just that game feels so satisfying and fast. Yeah, that's one of the things I really do like about the later Ridge Racer entries. It's just the ridiculous speed. You'd think with like such sort of, I guess in a way, dumbed down driving mechanics, the game would be quite boring. But like, because of the ridiculous speed of the game, to be able to actually string all those things together properly, requires a bit more skill than you'd maybe first think. And I'm pretty mediocre at the game, all things considered. Oh, bit of a rear lock there for me, but we're fine. Matteo's coming back for vengeance, though. That worked. Defended that pretty well. Just pretty slow through here, but... oh, he's lost it. He's gone wide off onto the grass. He's lost the place again to Alexi. Rip. I don't know if he expected me to brake there, but I've been braking there every corner. Or every lap, sorry. So, meh, his fault. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I've actually almost 100%ed Ridge Racer 7. Very fun game. I think I just have a couple of manufacturer stuff that I need to sort of grind out, but it's kind of grindy. Get all 100% on all the manufacturer parts, so... it's not something I've fully done yet. But it's a game I have fun coming back to every now and then. And obviously because I'm grinding to get 100% of all the manufacturer stuff, it does encourage me to try out new car builds and stuff. Which helps mix things up a little bit. Okay, he's gotten back past Alexi. He's got 2 minutes to hunt me down and have another crack. Will he do it, or will he fuck it up yet again? I'd hope for the latter, but I mean... obviously he hopes for the former. But I don't think I can cover him off on raw pace, so... I gotta play smart. And try and not slip up. Definitely running much more competitive lap times now. a bit too early again. Turn 1. I think we might have one more lap just after this one. Depends on how far ahead Mateus is, I guess, off of Robert. Evening, Donnie. How's it going? Too bad hope as well. Yeah, had a bit of a hiccup trying to get the stream going. Discord decided it wanted to gobble up the entirety of my bandwidth, which meant that the stream was dying. And then, trying to troubleshoot that, I accidentally turned off a couple of network adapters. Well, accidentally, I did turn off a couple of network adapters. And then realized that I needed those on for AC to be able to connect to the master server. Almost didn't get into the session in time. Oh, bit of a lockup. Final lap. Bit of a sandwich here between Phil and Matteo. But I'm definitely closer to Phil than Matteo is to me, so that gives me a bit of an advantage here. But dipping the wheel on the grass of that did not help. Tumulty-like issues? Yeah, kinda. Right, see, maybe can I snag P4 off of Phil? I'm gonna try, but it's not gonna be easy. Oh, Phil's going deep. Deep, deep. Mateo's swinging in. Yeah, this is Hakorowapagua. Can never quite... I could pronounce it if it could roll off my tongue, right? Oh, Mateo's off. He's off. Pretty much wipes him out. Just pretty much now need to size up this move on Phil. Hoping he overshoots it. He has. He's losing it. He's had to concede. And that's 4th place. I wouldn't have guessed due to the curb colours. Yeah, it's the 1988 version. Oh, that was a final lap, though. 4th place. I'll take it. What was that 7th to 4th, I think? Race 1. It's not too bad. It's about my peak, though. Ooh. He's yellow and green in AMS2 as well. Interesting. I didn't know. Excuse me. Now you're doubting yourself. Oh, alright. 2-minute countdown. You sound like you still have a bad old... Yeah, seems to be. I don't really know what it is, but I'm going to quickly actually roll out of the server. Save the replay and roll back in, given there's 2 minutes. Oh, excuse me. Just to make sure. Given that the last couple of weeks, it's not been wanting to save the replay of the first race, and I definitely want that one. So, turns out I was wrong. White and red. Okay, yeah, so this is right then. Ooh, okay. We're in. And I haven't missed the start of race 2, I hope. No, we're good. Final corner had you twice, jeez. It was not an easy one. Yeah, only 2005 is green and yellow. Yeah. I think... oh. I do remember them changing it for the newer one. But, this is the 1988 layout, so yeah, checks out. Whew. What are we waiting for? I don't know. But, its timer between the sessions seems to be very inconsistent. I'm not quite sure why. Sometimes it's really quick, other times it takes forever. That's fine. It gives me a little bit more time to sort of cool down a little bit after that race. Fan on a little bit. Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh boy. Because we finished 5th, or 4th, sorry. That means we're starting 2nd on the grid. Oh. Maybe finishing 4th was not such a good idea. Gonna get bullied now by the aliens. Oh, excuse me. Alrighty, 14 seconds on the clock. Hopefully I can get at least a good launch. Kick their asses, I'll try. But I ain't got the pace in this thing. Cheers for the luck, I will need it. Oh, Robert got a rocket start. And he's gonna very riskily come up my middle. Or my outside, sorry. I locked up a bit, but made it work. On the curb, big slip. Yari's coming around the outside. We're only going to drop down to 3rd, though, at the moment. That's good. That's good. Robert is right on my gearbox. Well, not gearbox. Bumper. This is a Caterham. Not an open wheeler. Yari's overcooked it a bit. He's off on the grass. I have no idea where I really should be putting my car at the moment, but yeah, Robert spooked me under braking, threw me off, and that's fucked me royally. Oh, Phil's gone deep, 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 though. Just swooped him and Alexi out of the way. Oh, sorry, Phil. Ran him off the road a little bit. Oh, this is going to be bad, isn't it? I don't like this one bit. We're like 3 wide. Just trying to hold my line in the middle as much as I can. Holy moly. We're gonna be 3 wide again. Fuck me. Almost gave Phil a bit of a nudge on the rear. Oh, whoever that is on the background gone way off into the sand. Oh, almost into the back of Phil again. Speaking of which, you're in a superstore today. Oh, IKEA, I guess. I haven't been in an IKEA in like years, but then again, I haven't needed to buy any furniture, so. Oh, I went down to 2nd. That was a really terrible idea. I think I've spooked Phil into going wide, though. Don't find. And so kettles and irons to your dismay. I guess those were the only things you needed, then. almost on the switchback. Not quite. I tried. Too much at the curb there. These curbs are quite steep, so I don't really want to be on them. Yellow flag up ahead. Who's it going to be for? I guess it's whoever that... Jesus, 126. Whoever that yellow car was out front took a trip on the grass. Oh, and they've locked up. That's Matteo. Oh, boy. He does not seem to have a particularly great setup with his car fills off into the grass, but he held great power out of there. Wow. Grass just meant nothing to him. Don't know how he managed that. I'm gonna spook up his inside and prod that door open, at least compromise his line. Do this next corner. Try and line him up out of here. Seems like I got the better exit. Time to hug this inner line. Like, my life depends on it, and he's gone a little wide again. It's going to put him in the claws of Alexei. Oh, excuse me. Once again. Side by side while spilling your lungs out with a deaf cough, you multitasker. Pretty much how I ran. Actually, it was probably worse throughout your race yesterday. I don't think I can use that to blame my crashes on, though. That was just me being stupid with the setup. Too bold of a plan that ultimately came exploding down. Albeit one weird phenomena I seem to have noticed. If anything, I drive better. Well, debatably. I seem to drive a bit better in Sims when I'm sick. I don't understand. But I think that 1 week where I had COVID, I actually put in some pretty decent results on my stream, if I remember correctly. This is an excuse sick to cut you fatigued. No, I managed to make a setup that was killing the rear tires more than I was killing myself. I think on the final lap, I did kind of be like, I was like, ooh, I'll try giving it a little bit more. Turns out that little bit more was just a little too much. And so the rear tire incinerated itself. Seems like after the sort of crazy sort of opening few laps, we seem to have entered a bit of a state of tranquility at the moment. Got a healthy gap to Alexei and Phil behind, and well, that's not going to help it. And a pretty healthy gap to Robert ahead. And Marco wanted the RB drivers to get COVID, so maybe he's... maybe. maybe. Okay, that gap has shrunk a bit, so cause for concern. But I think I made a few mistakes on that lap, so I guess not overly surprising. I've been running in the 27s, that was a 28, so... Let's see a little bit in the grass there. It's gonna slam up. Probably should be taking slight sips on this straight. It's like the only respite you really get around this track. Gone pretty wide, but a terrible super value. I've kept better at sim racing when you need to refund your stat boots and invest in something better. I have seen an ability like that in like a couple of RPGs where it's like you get like a damage boost when you're inflicted with like a status effect, and it's like, okay, but like, does that mean I need to go out of my way to like continuously have a negative status on me to get the most out of this? Slowly wither away. I'm really faltering here. Ugh. Yeah, I am. Big time. Risk versus reward, yeah. Time to play defensive. Oh, Tomas not having a good time there. It's moving over, but a little bit early. Oh no, he's backing off. Okay. Coolio. Thank you. Wouldn't have given up that much time if I was a lapped car, but... I guess maybe he would have gotten stuck between us three through these corners, and that wouldn't have been a great spot to be in, so... Probably faster to just let us all go. And he can mind his own race. Oh, Alexi got a terrible run out of that corner. Okay, one more lap. Lexi's closed in again. He seems to be on a roll these last few laps. I can't seem to get my shit together. But as long as he's behind me, that's fine. I might be just out. Yeah, he's coming after me. He's just within slipstream range. He's going to crawl up a little bit here. Not a lot. Oh, he's going to get a bit of understeer here, I think. No, that works out for him. Corner is definitely my Achilles heel on the track. It's always a lot tighter than I think it is. It seems like it's Alexi's as well. He bungled that massively. He's now under threat from Phil. So I think that's pretty much 5th place secured for me as long as I don't throw my car off the road these last couple of corners. Those two will battle out over themselves. Get your fat ass out. Yeah. Nice and steady and nice and smoothly on the power. There we go. P4, P5. I will take it. That was a failure at trying to spin the car around. Oh, that was a really good finale. Damn. I was expecting... Series has been a bit of a mixed bag for me, so good to round it off with a pretty banging, or two banging races. Albeit, it seems, as soon as I start to understand the car more, it's now finished. Which isn't really ideal, but how it's worked out. Let's see, am I registered for next race? I think I am. Yes, I am. Guess whilst we're at it, before we look at the replays, I shall quickly go and announce what we got cooking next. So let me get this set up speedily. I'm lazy, so I'll just pick the full version of Acura Pagua for now. Okay. Cook this up. Alright. Get a little drum roll going. The replacement for this series is... Ta-da! We're going to be using the good old Need for Speed Tournament Class B pack, I think this is called. But we're trimming it down slightly, as we're only going to be using the Viper here, and the stock Corvette C4, which you can also see on the grid, lined up ahead of all the Vipers. We get a go in here, as the AI get a terrible start. But yeah, just a little preview. Oh, I've locked up. Amazing showcase. I've already murdered a couple of AI. Yeah, hey, still fully yet to decide on the series, but or the tracks, full track list. But these are the cars we're going to be using. How's the braking? Pretty good for cars of their caliber. I mean, you'd expect the Viper to try and kill you at every turn, but it doesn't really. Okay, the AI braking way too much for that corner. Some cars with some chest hair. Yeah, there are two other cars in this pack. There's a Porsche. Oh, I put a wheel on the grass. This car is fat. I forgot about that. Yeah, there is a Porsche, but it's so slow that there's no point having it. And there's an upgraded version of the Corvette, but it's too fast. Corvette had a slightly longer gear there. Right, big test of the braking. Oh. He braked way too early and that just killed me. Oh, amazing. I don't think... Oh, I was a bit. I did get a bit of a push. It's hard to judge. Hey, he braked. Yeah, see, the Corvette seemed to have a slightly longer gear, so he just pipped away as I upshifted. But I was waiting for the braking marker at, like, the reasonable point, and the AI jumps on the brakes before... way before the 100-meter marker, so I just kill him. Well, that knocks me out of shape and throws me off as well, so we both crash. But yeah, need to test out tracks, but it's these two cars. I think it should be a lot of fun. He sounded like Michael yesterday when he murdered you. At least I did it to an AI and not a real person. That's where I'm going to claim the moral high ground. But yeah, to take a look at the replays, got a fair bit to look for on those, so we'll get to that. I just wanted to throw out a bit of hype for the new season. Maybe the AI was the controller needed longer braking. I disagree. But, yeah, started 7th, so pretty meh starting position. Who says I'm a real person, not AI? Well, I did it on an offline race. There you go. That wasn't online when I murdered. Yeah, pretty clean start. Nothing really much happened there. I sort of just kept it steady, and then I was like, okay, yeah, I think I got a pretty good run out of here. And I was like, oh yeah, I could definitely take him into turn 1. I'm gonna give it a shot and see what happens. Locked up a little bit, but got the inside. I think he beats me on the exit. No, he doesn't. He gets out on the grass, which actually works out for me. Need to pull out the Void Camp test. I have no idea what that is. It'd be hard to tell the difference in driving at the moment. But pretty clean from here on out. Nothing much happened for a while. Oh yeah, right, Matteo. He was going off the track all over the place. Okay, got a bit off there. That was most of this race, was just Matteo catching up to me, making a mistake, falling back again. Oh, okay. I actually haven't seen any of the Blade Runner films. Maybe I should someday. There's a lot of films I haven't seen. But these days I really don't watch... I don't really watch TV or movies at the moment. Mostly just playing video games, doing work, and watching YouTube videos every now and then. He tried around the outside here, but oh, he just got it all wrong. Got a bit too wide on the grass, and that wobbled him off. Thought I might have spooked him, but no, he just got it wrong. And then the last attempt. Of course, yeah, I caught up to Phil. Yeah, I forgot about that. Get this from Phil's perspective. We're all nose to tail, pretty much. Matteo gets wide here, eliminates himself. It's now just me and Phil. I keep right behind Phil. He just overdoes it on the throttle pickup. Oh, you can see it. He just goes right back to the throttle. And that's where you see the car just pushes wide, and he's off onto the grass. See how I did it in comparison. Yeah, a lot more gradual on the throttle. Yeah, that's cost him not 1, but 2 places, because Matteo is going to sweep around the outside and take that from him. Then a race 2. Oh, we're going to have to speed through that one. So we don't have a lot of time till the next race. But that was even more saucy. Even more saucy. Starting P2 on the grid. back as a reverse top 5. We get going again, and yeah, Robert gets an amazing launch. I think it's more I just got a pretty crap one, but he did get a very good start. 3 wide into turn 1, I was not vibing with at all. But, okay, it was actually 2 wide for most of that. Okay. Fair enough. And then, we sort of keep on going through here. Robert's right over my gear. Keep saying gearbox. Right over my bumper. He used to open wheel cars. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I was trying to be safe, but I saw he was kind of... So not getting Yari's way too much. But I could see him weaseling up my inside, and that just threw me off. Yeah, see, I completely jumped off the brakes. Because I thought he was just going to dive bomb up me at my inside. And I was like, well, yeah, so then I had to concede all those spots. Phil luckily was stuck around the outside. A little bit touch and go on space there, but that worked out. And yeah, bloody hell, this is where it gets crazy. Stuck in the middle here. Okay, Phil maybe wasn't quite as alongside as he thought he was. We're here again. Okay, I think the AC arrows screw me sometimes. They were both in my blind spot, so I really didn't know where they were. Or I could complain and say Helicourser is cheats. Big brain plays. Yeah, it's kind of just the backwards and forwards between the 3 of us for a while. Phil got a bit wide there. Tried to line him up by going a switcheroo, but he kept the inside cover off just enough and got a really good run on the exit that I couldn't really challenge. And then, I was just kind of running up, minding my own business, doing my thing. Just kind of studying him a little bit. Yeah, you can select tires on the Corvette, yeah. It's 2x tire wear though, so keep that in mind. And yeah, here we go. This is where I was like, I'm not going to try and overtake him, but I'm just going to poke my nose into places. Try and force him into compromising his lines. Because I knew this complex is a lot of sweeping turns, and pushing someone into compromised lines can really swing the momentum your way. I compromised his line through pretty much all 3 of these corners. And even though I had to brake there a little bit, still had the advantage on him into this here, because he still left the door open. And that allowed me to swing on through. Didn't help that he got on the grass a bit, which stalled out his pace even more, but yeah, then just kind of hugged up the inside here as he tried to go wide. I think that might have been that for the most part. Yeah. Because yeah, Alexi catches up, he starts trying to attack, but I hold him off. He tries. Had the pace on me at the end. I just wasn't able to match my earlier pace anymore. For some reason. I don't know. This Caterham's never been my strongest car though, so not too surprised. But I just couldn't quite find that door. I drove just well enough to keep him at bay. And that rewarded me with a P5. I'm not going to have time to look at the standings, unfortunately, as it's pretty much race time. God, the track for the next event is terrifying. I love Mosport. It's probably one of my favorite tracks. I have not turned the wheel yet in this car, because I've been too busy gas banging about the previous race, so will be fun to see how it goes. Just gotta wait for the SRS server to pop up, and we should be good to get in. Other than the previous races, but have come to dominate motorsport. Well, Michael best be here, because he's got a championship at stake. Let's see, is he here? He is registered. Tim versus Alexi here for the title. Matteo has won every race besides the first, but he missed the first race, which has effectively ruled him out of contention for anything.
Skins checked, nothing new, carry on.
Okay, funny thing. So you heard the skins app work there, but you might have noticed that you didn't hear it in race 1, or in the Caterhams. I don't know why, but for some reason, it never works in the first race of the night for me. Always only works in the second. I almost blipped the throttle then. I'm too used to driving the Caterham now. It's been a while since I've been at this track though, so it's Oh, I turned too much. I'm also still on the wrong UI. Let me change that quickly. Michael's having a problem with the game sound. Oh, unlucky. Yeah, Adam did a livery. Actually, I guess you haven't seen it. Oh, I'll wait for I'll do practice runs. Disaster, yeah, tragedy. I guess nobody wants this GTE championship. It's actually feeling pretty nice on the default settings on these mediums. Okay, that's... Oh, I turned too much there. I got too used to the Caterham with no grip. Now I'm driving a car that has grip. Obligatory, no, Michael, not like this. Car has too much traction. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there you go, you can see it. The good old... Oh, it's moved up. Fucking... I hadn't put the bloody Ricardo on the lollipop. Probably the best Mirfon has given over the last few years. Oh yeah, probably. Well, it depends on how far you count the last few years. I'd say GP2 engine is up there. Well, pretty much half the shit Alonso came out with during the McLaren Honda era. Oh, I left the braking too late there. Like, engine feels good, much slower than before. Probably since Raikkonen said leave me in, I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, GP2 engine was a good one. Don't know why, when you mentioned Kimi Raikkonen, it bloody popped into my head the Pele one. Where he was, when Martin Brundle was asking why he didn't see Pele or something like that, and he was like, sorry, I was having a shit. I think Ericsson hit us another classic, yeah. I guess while No Michael No kind of fits into it, the Toto desk slam in general, I guess that's another one. I don't know when that originated. Maybe 2016? Wouldn't surprise me if it originated back then. I'm just getting so mad he smashes the bloody headset. Yeah, the desks... Yeah. It happened in that race, but it's happened before as well. He slammed the desk a few times. I think that time he full-on whacked the headset against the desk. I'm feeling pretty good about this, though. Car feels good. Without any changes. Well, I lowered the brake pressure a little bit. Guess I can do a bit of running on the soft tire here in qualifying. See what we get. In the race finale. Yeah, definitely. It is funny to think, though, that, those poor Bose headphones, yeah. Maybe not... In one hand, not the best PR for Bose. On the other hand, probably pretty good PR for Bose. Because everyone knew they were using Bose headphones. That's for sure. With just the scene of them being violently slammed against a table. Maybe not so great. Yeah, any publicity is good publicity, yeah. It is funny how, like, all it takes is one thing. One thing and pretty much your entire reputation and legacy is, like, shattered, though. Like, I'll be honest, I don't really know what good Michael Massey has done before all of this shit kicked off, if any at all. But his career, his entire legacy, has now been defined by that one moment. But it also reminded me of the infamous Mortal Kombat 13-0. Because, you know, I have a couple of friends who are pretty into their fighting games. And so obviously I've learned about that. Well, like, the guy who, like, got 13-0'd was, like, actually a pretty good player. He'd won a couple of championships and stuff. And was one of the early, like, big dogs, but he let his ego get to him a bit too much and got absolutely crushed into the ground, and now that's all anyone knows him for. $16.9 from Matteo, okay. The benchmark. Alexi with a 16.7. I'm really not sure how to approach this first turn. I was watching the butt fumble from the NFL again yesterday to find a player's legacy. I mean, sometimes it can be a good thing, or maybe not necessarily a good... Well, yeah, sometimes it can be a good thing. But, yeah. Usually when it's a bad thing, that's when you don't want it to sort of stain your legacy. That being said, though, sometimes I think when a good thing becomes the only thing you're really known for, I feel like it can sometimes undermine that good thing. In some regards, because it's the thing everyone knows you for, so it's just the thing that, you know, there's nothing really interesting there about it. soft tires don't seem to be too bad. They seem to be getting a little toasty, but not too shabby. Struggling to put any meaningful improvement on my lap time, though. Even at the moment, as the track improves. Never mind. We made it all up in that final sector. I think mediums are probably going to be the tyre for the race. The softs seem to be a bit toasty. Okay, we're up. Alright, we're up another couple attempts. And I've immediately fumbled it. So Mortal Kombat 13-0. No surprise the guy lost to Sonic Fox, yeah. Yeah. I think that was sort of about the time when, like, the old... Because he's kind of the new guard, and the other guy was kind of the old guard. So it's kind of this, like, crossing of the bridge moment, where it's like... The old guard's trying to prove it still got it. But the, obviously let his ego get to him a bit too much and made a complete fool of himself. About 62 litres? Yeah, should be more than enough. Trim off a bit more fuel. Try one last run. Oop. That was an interesting moment. Hope I didn't spook him too much, because I was only coming out the pits. It seemed like I did, though. Yeah, no wonder he didn't lift that down, yeah. I feel like the irony with some of these situations is, though, is all the people who grass him up on it. Yeah, it's worse what they can fit in. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, the irony is pretty much all the people who, like, bully him about it. If they were put in the same situation, they wouldn't have come... It would have been a... I mean... There wouldn't have even been a chance. For them to come anywhere near winning any of the rounds. And he probably wouldn't even entertain the idea of the 10, or of going to the 13. Or, well, that final best of 5. I kind of fumbled it there a bit. I was up about 3 temps, I think, but I'm still up a couple, so that's good. Yeah. Yeah, that was what really sunk him, yeah. Was that even after getting crushed 10-0, he still wasn't willing to let his ego go, and just kind of made the problem worse. Alright, okay. Bit of a shit exit, but we're still going to be about 3 temps up. That pushes me up to 3rd. I'll take it. That's cartoon villain stuff, yeah. Actually, crew chief figure for this has actually been pretty cool. Didn't think anyone made. Yeah, crew chief is pretty cool. I'm just too lazy to run it myself. Sure, that's still good enough. Yep, that's good enough. Yeah, it's insane given it's all free. Yeah, definitely. Seems like a lot of people are agreeing with me on the medium cool. Matteo isn't. This is interesting. He seems to have stuck with the softs. Gambling man. Oh, nope, he's gone to the mediums. Never mind. Michael's in and he's behind me. A reasonable start. Cheers for the luck. I'm going to need it. It's time to see what these two play ahead of me, though. Ideally, I want to try and move forward from here. It's definitely one of my strongest tracks, so... Michael going a bit wide. It's like how YouTube adjusts the screen to fit chat when in theatre mode. One thing Twitch does far better. My main shot of winning here, though, is definitely going to be on luck. Hoping they make mistakes and ruin their cars and I don't. Not quite sure I have the outright pace here, really. I push the brake bias back a little bit, just to give me a touch more rotation on the brake pedal, but not too much. They're really using those track limits there. At the front two to give Michael the win. Oh, they're running away from me, so easier said than done. Surprised you'd be siding with him, though, after he murdered you yesterday. I'm hoping that fuel number sorts itself out as well. Because if that's true, I need to show I am the better man. Those two are going to fight up ahead. See how that's going to resolve itself. And Alexi's going to let Matteo sweep on through pretty comfortably into the lead. I'm not surprised, but was hoping for a little more spice for my own sake. Okay, that fuel number does seem to be balancing itself out. That's good. Michael dropped back quite a lot there, which works for me. Definitely gunning to hold this podium at least. If you didn't support him, I mightn't get liveries anymore. Fair enough. Oh, Matteo's gone deep. He's gone very deep. It's going to allow those two to fight again. Alexei now in the back position. He might just about have the upper hand coming down into here. Is he going to try anything, though? Doesn't seem like it. Just going to keep it nice and clean. Not a bad stance to take at all. Just needs to keep that pressure on. He's still in a good chance of winning this, so... or within a reasonable chance. He seems to have the pace to be able to hold a candle with Matteo. I was a bit too much on the curb there. Got a bit loose, but we're fine. Michael is slowly closing up behind. But not quite a threat just yet in my mirrors. So I'm just going to keep doing my thing. Looks like Matteo is starting to stretch out a bit of a gap, though. On Alexei. Oh, bit of a wobbly moment there. Allow Michael to close up a bit more. Was not what I needed. Of course, Michael's going for the championship, but every man for himself. Out here. I think I did that a bit wrong. Definitely. Gonna give another big swing to Michael. Lexi dropping back to second, and Matteo beginning to crawl away. Is definitely playing into his favor as well. I don't remember what the points gap is between the two, but I'd assume if he gets past me, he probably has enough of a margin to keep it, as long as he doesn't bottle it. Still a pretty reasonable way to go in this race, so anything could happen. Of course, I can never forget what happened in the Panos race here a while ago now. Big Shot Aliens had the race covered and they all faltered. That put my ass in the lead. Had to drive the widest Panos I could for like half of that race. Don't think I'd ever been so nervous to throttle off this last corner, sorry, in my life. That was a wild race. Like, my foot was literally trembling on the accelerator. Because it is a bit of a tricky one, that last corner. I knew if I got it a little bit wrong, that was the wind down the drain. He seems to be getting a little bit closer, though, maybe. I'm not fully sure. Hard to say. At the moment, we're running pretty good. Michael is definitely hanging in. I think I'm running just quick enough to keep him just out of reach for the time being. Definitely could be doing a lot better though, because he's definitely slowly eating away at me. Which is not what I want. Seems like Mateo's pulled a pretty comfy lead out at the moment. Michael's within the slipstream range. See what he can do with it. Not a lot, it seems. I have overcooked it a bit into here again. It's going to put him right on my bumper. Try and get the best power out I can. Wasn't too great. Dirty air will be working in my favour through some of these corners, especially these faster ones. Oh, got very wide through there. Just out of slipstream range. Hard to tell. He's barely getting anything though, I don't think. With me. Which is good. It's exactly what I want. Got a flag, I'm guessing that's going to be the back marker. Who is that? It's Tomas. Seems like he's had a bit of a moment down here. Definitely a very sketchy place on this track. Easy to have a big moment. Can blow up the whole race. It's a lot closer now. Trying to leech off of that slipstream as much as I could. Michael wants past, but he ain't gonna get it that easily. He's gonna have to work for it if he wants it. At least hopefully I can put up a fight. I want this podium. Eight minutes to go. Bit wide on turn one, but that's okay. Decent enough exit. Didn't quite get the line through here. Rode the curbs a bit too much there. Focus on the power out of here though. Not quite good enough. Of course, I think because this is uphill, the slipstream just doesn't quite seem to come into effect as well. He's definitely getting a little bit, though. Definitely seems to have a bit of a pace advantage on me. But he's struggling to get it done. Seems like another back marker's having trouble. Yep, Nuno pulled off to the side and he's gone back to the pits. Unfortunate. Michael got a rubbish exit out of there, though. He's lost ground. Out of slipstream range. This allows me to breathe a little bit more. See if I keep it in third gear. It's not quicker. I don't think. Oh, he's gone wide. Oh, no. Oh, he's crashed. Unlucky, Michael. Oh, I might have thrown it myself. Nope, we're good. It's a huge rip. It's going to do a massive blow to his championship, but we'll see where he comes. He seems to still be in 5th. That might be enough. Might just be enough. Maybe I can pull something on Alexi here. Help soften the blow for Michael a bit. So I feel like I'm starting to reel him in a tiny bit. Nah, that's not going to help. Getting really wide there. Oh. 4 minutes left in this race. I'm free to run as aggressively as I want, pretty much. I've been the best X out of there, but I'm definitely gaining. That's the main thing that matters here. Michael's still in 5th. As it currently stands. Oh, big wobble on the curb there. Oh, big understeer on the curb there as well. Fucking hell. Car up ahead. Front grip is starting to go. This is interesting. This car's going to get a little more understeer here these last couple of laps. Seems like there's going to be 2 more laps left in this race. I'm really closing up on Alexi now. Oh, that's not going to help. Saved it, though. We're good. It's a bit of a butt clench moment, though. Oh, looks like the lap car there. It's Thomas again, not having a good time. I run on the curb a little bit. That's not going to help me. Not a great line through there either. Try and get the best pickup I can. A little wobble. Well, we're in 0.8. 0.7. 1 lap to go after this. This next lap will be the last. Be my last shot to see if I can do anything on Alexi here. Both my left sides are in the yellow. Good thing to keep note of. I get pretty good traction through here, though. I have to start keeping in mind the dirty air, as well as the understeer this car's going to naturally have now as we push on through this final lap. I'm going to try and make as many gains up here as I can. Still 0.6 behind, 0.5 now. It's not quite going to be enough. This lap car ahead could be a big factor in this, though. Depends on how he plays things. Full power, come on. Ugh. Got close, but not quite. Ugh. Ugh. That was a spicy finale, though. I could finish in 5th. Oh, car looks pretty haggard. Well, well, well. That was... could be pretty big when we look at the results. No clue which way it swung. But we're going to do just that. I'm going to go and take a peek at these results, because I want to know. That was very close between the two of them, so I guess we'll take a quick look at the results we missed earlier as well, whilst we wait for those to come through. If I can remember where my things are. Okay, let me just get this all up for you guys. There we go. Turns out it didn't dominate all. Alright, first Caterham race. Mateus wins. Robert second. Yari third. Myself fourth. Very clean race across the board. Matteo fifth. Phil sixth. Alexi seventh. Hanu eighth. Stephen ninth. Nuno 10th. And Thomas in 11th. Pretty steady grid there. Apart from this midfield, bit of a crazy shake-up going on. Quick Trevin, you've up for cracking. Nah, I wanted that podium. So, almost caught Alexi at the end as well. He seemed to be struggling a little bit. Race 2, Mateus wins again over Robert. Right? No, it's different. Okay. Matteo third. Yari fourth. No incident points across the board. Clean race. Damn. Myself fifth. Alexi sixth. Phil seventh. Stephen in 8th. Nuno 9th. Hanu 10th. And Thomas in 11th. Yeah, well, that's impressive, though. No incident points. Given how crazy that race started with, like, 2-3 wides all over the place. Mental. Anyways. Yeah, overall in the championship, actually, for this. Mateus takes it pretty convincingly. 9 wins. I don't think it was ever in doubt. He had a couple of blips that let a couple others get wins, but nowhere near enough. Mattia missed out this week. So that's thrown away his hopes and dropped him down the order. Yari in 2nd. Phil in 3rd. Alexi in 4th overall. And myself in 5th. With no podiums across the board. And I was the last one to make it across the 1,000 point mark. Only 9 wins. Yeah, only. Only. Very small amount of wins. Hanu in 6th. Mattia 7th. And that's the last of the full-time runners. Well, actually, I guess Hanu was in 6th. I believe. Looking over here. Results for Hakuro Pagua at... Oh, it's last week. Sorry. I'm being stupid. Let me... This page a quick refresh. There you go. Results are in. Matteo wins pretty convincingly over Matteo. Oh, Alexi, sorry. He wins over himself, yeah. And then myself in 3rd. Bought it pretty close at the end there, but just not quite enough. One more lap maybe, and I could have tried. Still would have been hard. It's very hard to pass here. Phil 4th. Michael unfortunately slipped to 5th after his incident. Hanu in 6th. Artem 7th. Stephen 8th. Nuno 9th. Thomas in 10th. And Martin, I don't know. Didn't even show up, so he's DNF. Pretty steady grid across the board, apart from a couple of fluctuations. But definitely pretty tight race. Let's see, drum roll on the championship. Oh, Alexi steals it by 5 points. Good job there. That was very closely fought between both of you all season. And you're able to do exactly what you needed to do there at the end. So yeah, congratulations. Michael in 2nd. I think, yeah, ultimately lost out. Myself in 3rd overall. Fair ways off of the 2 of those. Not surprising. I beat Phil, though. I got the edge on him on the last couple of races. We were pretty close. But these last couple of races, I think, definitely swung in my favour. So I was able to get up into 4th. Atem in 5th. And that was the last of the full-timers, with Matteo in 6th. Sweeping every win in the races that he partook in. But he avoided, or he wasn't there for the first round, which meant that he wasn't in contention for the championship or a clean sweep. Crash Speedy Bad fighting for 9th at 1 point. Oh, yeah. Hard track to keep consistent on. Yeah, both Nuno and I ended up pitting because we did not top off on gas. Oh, tragic. Yeah. I bumped up the fuel consumption for this race, so this car was a bit thirsty. But yeah, Alexi ultimately is the champion. Very well deserved. Oh, excuse me. You know, 2 second places, 2 thirds. Nothing to scoff about. Very clean as well. Only a 0.2 incident average. Which probably meant out of all the races, you probably only got 1 or 2 incident points. So, incredibly clean record. So yeah, pretty solid. Guy in front of me also pitted mid-race, I assume, for fuel. Maybe, yeah. I guess they didn't read the 2 times fuel and got caught out. Anyways, I have another car to announce. We are... sponsored. This is our Autodrum Moss. Ah, yes, Moss. Love it. That was still a pretty ludicrous series of events to end up with Moss. But, hopefully that's fixed now going forward. Oh, excuse me. I have no idea how it happened in the first place. However, next season, we are going to be going to an old stalwart. Good old Dallara F317. Not quite a high-powered beast, but I really like the default setup on this car. So, and it should hopefully put on a bit of... should hopefully put on some fun racing. Bit of a blast for the past. Out here at Kimura. You see a lot of dailies of this. Yeah, it used to be a bit of a staple of the dailies, but it's sort of been lurking in limbo for a while now. Of course, you could ask, why not RSS Formula 3? And, A, because no. Or because I said so. And B, one of the problems I have with the RSS car is the DRS. Obviously, I don't mind DRS too much, but with the way it's implemented in AC, you need a track to properly support it, otherwise it becomes kind of busted, so... because you just use it everywhere. So keeping things very simple. Oh, as I put a wheel on the grass. Good old F3. No clue what tracks we're going to be running on yet. I'm yet to decide that. Can I full flat this corner? No. I lifted a fair bit. And I still only barely made it. But, yeah, we'll decide those in the coming days. But, pretty stable and predictable car to drive, so I'm hoping we should have some, fun battling with this. Kimura seeming like a pretty decent track, though. If a little small. Seeming like a pretty good track for this car. Quite liking. I like driving a lot of cars around here, though. Oh, bit of a swapper there. Looks like Amadi selected a time slot 2 hours before Monday race. Oh, have their series been confirmed? Oh, I'm dead. Well, 2 hours of filling Donny playing slowbars. Shut up, game, you can't tell me what to do. Oh, I've crashed. Oh, we're ended up in a lake. Oh, and we've fallen through the world. No. Couldn't drive the car into the lake. Terrible game. Terrible game. Yeah, hopefully should be fun. As I said, for both series, I need to sort of finalize the track list. I have a couple of ideas, but I need to do a bit of testing. Excuse me. And a bit of experimenting. But yeah, we'll see what I come out with. But yeah, looking forward to it. In the meanwhile, I will queue up the old Corvette replay. And take a quick look at that. That being said, I do need to rush to the bathroom real quick, so I will excuse me. I will let this play on its own, and alright, yep, take care, Donnie. I'll see you around. But, yep, I'm gonna quickly shoot off to the bathroom, and then I will be back in a few seconds for some sort of post stuff and whatever. So yeah, give me 2 secs. Oh, okay. Cool. Done too, alright? Probably gone already, but see you later, Michael. Thanks for racing. And, gonna turn 2, been a lot of fun showing up for these so far. Probably the most fun I had, Ray. It's good to hear. Very good to hear. But, yeah. I'm not too surprised I did. Oh, excuse me. Gave them a perfect excuse to leave. But you said next season 1 car? What do you mean by that? Like, just 1 series? If not, I'm still doing 2 series. But I announced the other series at the end of the Caterham race. So, yeah, we did the Caterhams and then announced the replacement for the Caterhams. Then we did this race and I announced a replacement for this race. Yeah. Of course, if you missed it, we're running the old... another pretty old mod, actually. It's the Need for Speed Tournament Class B cars. Specifically, we're running 2 cars from that pack. The Dodge Viper RT10 and the normal version of the Corvette C4. So a couple of beastie 90s road cars, but they should be quite fun. Yeah, there are a couple other cars in that pack, but like the Porsche, but the Porsche is too slow, and there's also an upgraded version of the Corvette, but that's too fast. But I think the Corvette and the Viper, they're reasonably on par with one another. I haven't done any like massively conclusive testing. But I think the advantage between both cars will probably swap around between the race, or between the different tracks anyways. So... yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. I think they should be pretty fun cars to race. Let's see what happened to Michael, though. I saw this live, but, just want to see the extent of it again. Let's see. It was pretty late on. There we go. Okay, here it is. He just picked up the throttle too early. And he just understeered off. See it from the onboard. Oh, he turned really hard in. I guess, yeah, the front tires just weren't having it as he entered the corner. I wonder if that, like, initial really aggressive turn in maybe kind of screwed him, maybe. I don't know, maybe his front tires didn't grip up properly. But I guess, yeah, he also picks up the throttle right at the crest, which is, basically just gives you understeer as well. So, yeah, got out onto the grass, and that wall closes up on you, and bam, round he goes. Very unfortunate there. Only really lost one place from that to Phil, but that was enough, obviously. And, well, he'd been hounding me pretty much all race. He was right there, waiting for me to make one single mistake so he could just slip on by. But, luckily my mistakes, there were a few of them, but they were very minor ones that I was able to pretty easily mitigate. This was pretty funny, yeah. I just slipstreamed him as much as I could. And I think he got a bit confused, so he just switched to the other side. Worked for me, because I didn't have to change the line again. Could just hold the inside. But, yeah. He was proper on me. One thing I want to know, though, actually, is, was you struggling with the tires or something, Alexi, if you're still there? Because you seem to, you seem to be struggling a little bit towards the end. Well, maybe not struggling, but definitely taking it a bit easier, pace-wise. Because I wasn't going any faster, but I was definitely closing up the gap. And by the end, I was right there, pretty much. In the end, just not push too much. Fair enough, fair enough. Just keeping the car clean, making sure you don't make any mistakes. It's a very fair enough thing to do. I was just wondering if maybe, like, you run into some tire or fuel issues, maybe. But, because it seems like a couple of people ran into fuel issues, which is quite amusing. But I guess, that's what happens when people don't read, on the 2 times fuel. Yeah, I ran mediums. I ran the softs in qualifying, or I ran the mediums in practice, and I thought they felt fine. Then I ran the softs in qualifying, and I saw they were degrading pretty fast. And so I was like, yeah, maybe not. I think the mediums were definitely the choice, given that I had a decent chunk of wear on the mediums even at the end. So yeah, I think on the soft I would have been extra dead really. How many people 1 lap behind? Yeah, it sounded like sounded like a good few people had issues with fuel. I guess they'd miscalculated it. Whether that's because they misjudged the 2 times fuel or not, I can't say. Only they could really say, but yeah. But it sounds things at the end. A few people needed to take emergency trips to the pits to get a bit of a splash. To be able to get back into the race. I think that's what kind of threw them so far back. There are also a couple of crashes, so that also definitely didn't help. But yeah. Wasn't quite as funny as last night, though, where, had Miko have lapped me, every car would have finished that race on a different lap. Because I'd put a lap on 3rd place, 3rd place would put a lap on 4th place, and 4th place would put a lap on 5th place. But, I was able to stay... I think Mika was only about half a lap ahead of me at the end. There are a couple of checks I want to try here, so I guess we can quickly fire those up. Need to install them first. That would be the smart thing to do. But we can then go and try them. See what they're like. Couple of street circuits. One's a Formula E one and one's an IndyCar one. Both pretty new. Tracks on the schedules. Yeah, we'll see it. We'll see how these go. Okay. Cool. Let's grab the old Viper. Let's grab the first track that I have completely forgotten what it was called. Okay. So I was being stupid. There we go. See how this goes. Probably gonna end up dying. Oh, excuse me. Cool. Yeah, these bad boys will be open setup next season. There's not a lot you can change on these cars that really matters. But, yeah. They will be open setup, so... I have no idea what a setup for this car will look like. Probably involved the tire pressures, though. Yeah, this is the Marrakesh Ypres circuit. When is your track choice deadline? End of this week. Ideally, as soon as possible. But we get a bit more flexibility, I think, over hours. Viper's not too scary. Its main weakness is the brakes and cold tires, but that could be mitigated. Power-wise, this thing's pretty stable, actually. Oh, okay. It's a sharper turn than I thought it was. These tire pressures seem to be very low, so I guess they could do a bit of bolstering up. Let me go back to the pits. Trim this down a bit. And we'll give this a bit more tire pressure all around. You know, we'll just restart, so it puts me in a better spot. Yeah, the Corvette has driver aids, whilst the Viper doesn't. Which may be one point of contention. I don't know. I'm going to be driving the Viper regardless. But you can see there, not really that scary on the power input. Okay. This track is quite finicky in this car. Definitely tell it wasn't built for these kinds of cars. But I'm sort of thinking it would be pretty cool to focus this series on, like, street circuits. Especially given that more have started appearing. Especially with that huge Rainmaker dump. Oh, I have locked up Big Style. Yeah, okay. Track's a bit too tight, I think, for the Viper. It doesn't quite... Too many walls. Oh, excuse me. What was the other track I downloaded? Oh, yeah. This one should be funny. Too much wall touchy equals SRS person. Yep. Oh, it's bright. Oh, I didn't... Hang on. No doubt the brake's going to be a difficulty again, so, Actually, what are the two tire options we have again? I forget. We have 90 Street and Modern Summer. Oh, I think Modern Summer might be more grip, actually. Oh. I got that first corner completely wrong. Oh, this is very tight. Oh, I've missed turn one. Hello there, marshals. Oh, made it. But where are we going? Okay, this way. This is the old IndyCar Nashville layout, if you couldn't tell. And I'm doing a very terrible job at driving it. Doesn't help that my tires are frozen solid. Oh, ow. Bonk. Let's try that again. Try and make less of a fool of myself this time. Okay, I need to brake earlier. I'm used to the Corvette brakes, which are actually pretty good. That first corner just, it sneaks up on you like a motherfucker. Jesus. Maybe this isn't such a good idea. I thought it'd be funny, though. I saw it, and I was like, oh. I gotta try this, at least. Ah. Just locking the brakes up. Okay, what if I try even less on the brake power? 92, maybe. It's gonna be one of those cars. That first corner is just evil. Jesus. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Oh. Okay. Yeah, not this track. I do have a few other tracks, well, I have one track I know I definitely want to include. Because I've driven these cars on it before, and it was pretty fun. What about Long Beach? Let's give Long Beach a try. This already feels a bit better. Albeit I haven't gotten to a proper corner yet, so could well change. Flight safe, brake it to 300. And that works. Running over the curbs didn't. Not too bad though. Getting the tires up to temperature. What about Monaco? Whoa. These bumps down here could be killer under braking, but it's still fine. Could have braked more aggressively into there. I'm taking it very cautiously at the moment. Of course, these are no race cars, so you gotta have a bit of patience with them. Allow them time to do things. But they're not slouches either. Oh, locked up a little bit. Got it under control. Absolutely mangled that curb. Gonna absolutely mangle this one too, and it's almost gonna put me in the wall. Yeah, now the tires are getting up to temperature. Those pressures have swung quite a bit. I'm just gonna go full flat into this corner, hammer the brake to see what happens. It's most definitely gonna lock. Yep. Still made it. Very good. So yeah, I guess the Viper will be the car for the more brave people, but brave or stupid. Or both. Long Beach, yep. 1980 or 1998 Long Beach. I wonder what happens if I hit one of these curbs at full speed though. In this car. See what happens. I'm not gonna get enough turning. Ah! Not enough. Oh well. Let's see. What other tracks do we have? Long Beach, I think that's definitely gonna work. One from R-Factor 2 of the up and down ramps is awesome. Up and down ramps? I don't think I've seen that for Long Beach. Interesting. What other street circuits do we have? Oh yeah, Monaco, you were saying? There is a Monaco 1988. I could try this and see how terrible of an idea it's gonna be. It's one of the earliest layouts. Ah. Alright, old Monaco. And this bad boy. What could go wrong? Oh wait, I didn't change the tires. I want the modern summer tires. Yep, Viper. One of the cars going to be using next season. Replacing the old Caterham. And alongside it will be the Corvette that accompanies it in the pack. To get more hair out of your chest when you drive one of those. Ironically, this car is actually very tame on power, at least I think. Main thing is just not dying, not locking the brakes up or getting too much understeer. You know what, this actually isn't too bad. I'm quite liking this. Of course, it's Monaco, so like, oh shit. Overtaking will be like impossible. But you never know. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's with the tight up chicane here. Oh, almost died. Ready, have a PB for this combo? No. This is my first ever lap. Just trying this car at different street circuits. So to get an idea of what ones I might want to use for the next SRS season. 158. And give it a bit more beans this time, though. Tires up to temperature now, so I've got a bit more grip to play with. Still not a massive amount. It's still a road car. So slow for that hairpin. And if a Series B Viper versus 911 T-Champ would be interesting. I don't know, from what I tested, the 911 seemed to be really slow. Oh well, I did a race with these cars a while ago, and the Vipers, or the 911 seemed to be really slow. Yeah, there was the, yeah, there's the Tournament A pack, which is the 512 and the Diablo, and then there's the B pack, which has these cars in it. Albeit we will be using both the Corvette and the Viper. I think the Corvette is reasonable, at least the default Corvette is reasonably balanced with the Viper. 156. By far the fastest among the three. Well, then I guess that justifies the Corvette having driver aids then. Never done a massively competitive race with them, but I did do a bit of a casual race with them once. From what I'd roughly tested, the Viper and the Corvette seemed relatively on pace, but I guess that'll probably, the variance of that probably swings from track to track. God, look at it body roll all over the place. Gotta love all racing road cars. Yeah, I love the Viper, so. Definitely will be the one I'll be picking. I like the Corvette too, but the Viper is just chef's kiss. Well, I was pretty close to the wall there. More tracks. Actually, I think I know a decent set for these. I can give them a test run anyways, I guess. But actually, what I will do, I'm gonna give a test run in the Corvette around Monaco. Just a kind of baseline difference. Got a 56 in the Viper. See what I can do. Corvette has same options here, but it does have traction control and anti-lock brakes, which does make it a bit different. Willow Springs would be nice, I think. Maybe, but I think that's a paid track, isn't it? So, I'm not really sure how much I want to include that. Actually, control and anti-lock brakes definitely helped us to be a much more consistent drive. Oh, clip the wall a little bit. Oh, clip cool a little bit more. It is real, yeah. Definitely not having any kind of race car cornering speeds in these. 2 minutes, okay. Didn't feel like a 2-minute lap time. I guess I must have really floundered a couple of corners. See how much closer I can get now that the tires are up to temperature a bit more. All time is a 56 something. Not great out of there. Ah, cut track. Fuck it, I still can't. Front tires did more distance laterally than forwards, yeah. Let's see what I get. 57. I'm still slower than the Viper. Corvette feels a bit easier to drive. I guess, yeah, it does lack a bit on the power end. So I guess maybe a little bit of ballast on the Viper will probably sort that out. Let's see what I can do here on this third lap. Oh, understeer is real, holy cow. You know I won't turn in, yeah, you're not wrong. There's basically no risk of oversteer at all. Oh. Okay. I think the fronts being under pressure definitely isn't helping things, though. That's a 58, yeah. Those last couple of corners definitely didn't help. Bonk. Oh, I've absolutely bent that front wheel in. I'm sure that looks perfectly fine. Oh, wait. Wow. I had to do that. Yeah, that looks fine. I'm sure drivable. Can I actually turn it out of here? Ah, no. If I turn it the other way. Oh, wait, let's turn it about here. Turn it to a point, I get a good bite. But if I start turning it too much, it starts turning the car the other way. Oh, there you go. Crossed over that threshold point. Full steering lock, by the way. So we can just... yeah, there you go. You should have a race where everyone has a fucked up wheel. Oh my god. It took our comments about it not turning a bit too personally. Now it literally does not turn. Oh, Jesus. I actually do remember doing a meme race once where with some friends, where I set the setup up for the car that we were driving to pretty much be constantly turning one direction. So they had to, like, the car was just constantly crooked. Basically ran like a really aggressive, like, oval setup on a road course. Oh, what of a track. That was one I was thinking of playing. St. Pete. How could I forget? That was what I wanted. I guess we'll probably just look at Petersburg. St. Petersburg, 2003. We'll do a test run in this in the Corvette. Why not? Had a bit of pressure into those front tires as well after what we saw at the last track. I think I had a little bit of brake pressure as well, hopefully. You get this game on Nintendo Switch or mobile? You can't get it on Switch, no. You technically can't get it on mobile either, but there is a mobile version of this game. It's quite different, but it does exist. If you look up like Assetto Corsa mobile, you'll find it. But I think, last time I checked, I think it's exclusive to iOS for some reason. So, oh, the understeer. One cold tires. Really screwed up server settings in this game. I remember seeing races with day cycle lasting seconds. So you'd see the sun crushing through the screen. Ah! You know, I actually did... The first time I tried setting up a day-night cycle, actually, I had the time go backwards on me. It went backwards, and then it reached a point, and then it started going forwards like nothing had happened. It was so confusing. Because, like, it just went really quickly backwards. And then stopped, and then went forwards. And I have no idea why. But we still got through the full cycle, so... I don't really care too much. Alrighty. Give it a bit of juice. Of course, because old car, the speedo only updates in... like divisions of 3. Even though it's a digital speedo. Oh, I fucked this already. Got the braking all wrong. And yep, that compromised me through there. This could definitely work though. Still big understeer. Tires are not quite up to temperature yet. I was hoping they would be a little bit more gripped up by now. Oh, shit. Got a bit greedy there. I'm using the modern summer tires, because that's the only options you have. You either have street 90s or modern summer. At least I think. Hang on, let me check. Yeah, those are the only two options you get. Modern summer seems to be a bit better than 90 street, though. Which I guess makes sense, because they're newer tires. I feel like that worked quite well, though. So what's that? St. Pete, Long Beach, Monaco, Sveg. That's 4 out of 6. Kind of want to throw in Watkins Glen, the like sort of NASCAR layout. So that's 5. You need one more, even though it's not a street circuit. I think it could be fun in these cars. Some of the suspension works better with the more slidey rubber. I know, that's down for people to find out when they actually drive these cars. 5, 6. What do I want the 6th to be? I don't know. Oh, Thompson Road. That actually could be quite fun, now that I think about it. Or maybe VIR. Have a couple of actual tracks thrown in the mix. VIR could be good in these, I think. Yeah, we'll try VIR in the Corvette. See how it goes. I'll probably die. But that's part of the fun. Alright, let's see. Let's keep the setup the same, consistent. See if I can roll better track grip though. Just for the sake of it. 99, that'll do. This is quite nice. So it goes through this bit, the best part of the track. Bit understeer out of there, it's no surprise. Still on cold tires. The amount of grip we're getting is pretty decent, I'd say. Can I flat out straight line this? I'm gonna try. Oh, just about. Gonna have to lift up here. And then brake pretty hard into here. We lived. Barely. This ain't no race car with supreme traction, though. Okay, I think I got the roster for this then. It's pretty cool. Just need to decide on the Delara now. think after driving Kamara, though, I think I got a pretty nice idea for the theme. I've just got to find 5 other tracks to sort of weasel into that theme that I think could work. Go straight like a fucking trackster, yeah. Yeah, but the real question is, how well does it jump? I saw the... Oh. Oh, there you go. Back in the... That looks up here, though. Oh, listen to that. Oh, I got a bit airborne there. Look at that. Actually did, yeah. Front wheels are off the ground. I think all the wheels are, yeah. Actually got a little bit of air up there. That's spicy. Explains why I got a little loose. Definitely wanted to back off the speed a little bit beforehand, but I was committed to going full flat, so ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. And let's see. The majestic flight of the Corvette. And, oh, bouncing. I really didn't fly that much at all. But royally wedged in the wall. The actual front wheel, when it first landed. Frame by frame. Look at that. Oh. That clipping into the ground. Oh, the front actually is clipping into the ground. Look how violently it landed. Look at that front camber. Sheesh. He became one with the guardrail, yeah. And then proper wedged. And I think his AC picked it up as the car being in the sky. It was like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna reset you. Ugh, that's a pretty good session. I think, though, that is also a good spot to wrap the live stream up for tonight and for this current SRS season. Obviously, we will be back next week as per usual. But new cars, new tracks, should be a lot of fun. But yeah, just another thanks to everyone who showed up and chatted. Thanks to everyone who showed up and raced as well. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Adios.